Well, good morning, York Alliance. It is so good to see you again. First off, let's not forget that our Culture and Theology event will be happening this week at William Kane Park, Sunday from 4 to 6 p.m. I know it's a heavy topic, but it's well worth coming out for, so I hope to see you there. This week, opening us up is Pastor Mike with some reminders about Workday.
Hey, York Alliance Church, if you like playing with tools or cleaning up, let me remind you, Workday is coming up on October 17th, so don't forget to sign up on our website, through the newsletter, or you can call into the office. Hope to see you there.
As we move into fall, we have another special edition of Crossroads, so here's Pastor Brian with an update on that.
Hey York Alliance, just a few quick updates to let you know about some education opportunities that are coming. I think you all already know that this coming Sunday we have our next installment of the Culture and Theology series, The Lost Art of Dying. And so that's going to be this coming Sunday from 4 to 6 at William Kane Park. And that's also going to be on our YouTube channel after that's done. And so we'd love for you to either be there in person or to catch that streaming as well. We're so looking forward to being able to have in-person classes again, and our hope is that by the spring we're going to be able to pull that off with a new slate of Crossroads classes. But until then, the last 2 Wednesdays of October, we're going to do Crossroads Question and Answer Edition once again. And so we're going to take questions that you have, and I'm going to try to work through those in hopefully a concise fashion and answer those on October 21st and October 28th. But here's the thing. If you have any questions, I need to get those as quickly as possible. And so if you could send those to questions@yorkalliance.org on or before Tuesday, October 13th. That would be hugely helpful. We'd like to get all of those put together and get those sessions recorded. So if you could send those, that would be great. Any questions you have, it could be anything from what's going on in the culture right now to how the church is engaging that, politics and virus, any of that kind of stuff, but also theology and church, just things that you have questions about. I would love to be able to deal with those and love to make that a profitable time for us. And so those are going to be airing on October 21st and October 28th, both Wednesday nights at 6:30. And so would love to have you tune into those and love to get your questions sometime before October 13th to questions@yorkalliance.org. Looking forward to seeing you then.
The past few weeks, you've been hearing about our home missions organizations and how they've been doing with some updates. Well, we're excited to introduce to you a new missions organization that we'll be partnering with in 2021. They're called Catalasso Family Health Center, and this week you'll be hearing from Steve Kurtz, who's the Director of Donor Development from Catalasso Family Health Center.
Hello, York Alliance Church. My name is Steve Kurtz, and I am the Director of Donor Development here at Catalasso Family Health Center. We are excited, we are thrilled to be partnering with you in this important work in our community. As you'll see in just a moment in the video, the mission of Catalasso is to come alongside those in our community that are uninsured or underinsured, to provide them no fee, high-quality licensed health care in the name of Christ. We are 100% donor funded. We don't seek government funding as not to dilute the purity of our mission or our message. So we are 100% donor funded. We are a family of generous supporters in partnership together, on mission together, reaching the uninsured here in our own community. Currently we serve just under 3,000 patients, and we have just around 30 licensed healthcare providers, volunteers that leave their businesses, leave their practices and come here some once a week, some once a month when they can serve, to reach those that are often neglected and marginalized in terms of care, and we're reaching them in the name of Jesus. Our providers are praying with our patients, and it is health care in the name of Christ. And we are thrilled to have you partnering with us. We look forward to meeting you. If you're a licensed healthcare provider, we would love to talk with you. We are always in need of more volunteers, those that can serve, regardless of your schedule. We'll work around you. We would love to talk with you. And at York Alliance, we are thrilled to be in partnership with you and look forward to meeting you in the days to come. Thank you.
The thought was, how do you reconcile somebody best with their church, with their faith, with God, with their family, with broken relationships, with their community? And Katalasso in Greek means reconciliation, so that's where the name came from. We came up with Katalasso's mission to reach out to people, with healthcare being the vehicle.
Well, when I first started at Katalasso, we didn't have dental services and vision services. So for me, growing in my role and being able to see the clinic grow and the number of providers and the type of services that we offer, it's just been amazing.
Some days we've had up to 5 providers in a day seeing patients all day long. So it's all different. But approximately we have about, if not more than 2,500 patients at the moment.
And they see that there's just this one new area or one new way that we can touch their lives, and that they look at that and then determine, how do we evolve the organization to provide that too, and how do we fund for it?
We were missing a part of the population that is really struggling, especially in York County. The opioid crisis and also other drug use is very high, and this is just one way that Katalasso has the opportunity to reach people and also reach them through a faith-based perspective of recovery.
And we have all these providers come alongside us that are willing to do this and partner with us. So the growth in that way has been just such a really cool thing to watch.
They are very pleased with the culture of Katalasso. It's like a family, and they enjoy coming in and being a part of that. And when you think about it, they're not getting paid to do it. It's all volunteer.
Doctors are the best. I can tell you that right now. They are the best. They do what they do with joy. They do it with their heart. They give patients time. They don't just see you as your diagnosis. They see you beyond your diagnosis.
We have doctors that I've called and I've said, hey, I've got an urgent need for a 14-year-old who needs to be seen immediately today as a new patient. And I've got 3 doctors telling me, yeah, I'll come.
They're coming with a spirit or an attitude of love for others already. And so that's easy to bring together when it's a love and a respect for people, a concern for people. And when we all have the same mission and vision to share that with others, it makes it easy. We always talk to the patients or try to encourage them, yes, this is a clinic you come to that you're not going to pay for services, but we ask that you pay it forward, because somebody that comes in after you might be in a worse situation than you, needing care. So in sharing that with one patient, he went home and came back with a bag of rice that he had. And we had a little collection basket to put certain things from time to time for people that need things. And he said, I don't have anything to give but this. And somebody might need this more than I do today. I'll be okay. And wouldn't you know it, by the end of the day, that bag of rice was gone for somebody to take home and use for their family.
They can't thank you enough because you're able to help them. And I have had a lady who had cried, who had said, thank you so much. You guys don't know what this means to me.
They really meet people when they really do need help, and they give people hope. And at the end of the day, that's what people need when they need some health care. They need to have that hope, and we really see Katalasso providing that to folks when they need that.
There are many stories. Every day we have a story that just makes us know that this is it. This is what we're called to do. This is what we want to do. There's nothing better to do but this. To care for people when they don't have a way out of their situation, to look at their eyes and let them know they matter to us and to those around them.
They're not just a person that doesn't have health insurance. They're a person that has a need, and that need's going to be met. They don't have to wait and wait and wait until something gets totally out of control, and now they've got a serious condition on their hands.
This patient came in, I had a terrible migraine, so I'm waiting for meds to kick in. And so I'm not disregarding her, but I'm really just almost going through the motions of the process. Here's your application, please fill it out. When you finish, let me know, I'll be right here at the window. And I sat down and I noticed she sat down with the clipboard and the application and she just stared at it. And I asked her, there was nobody else, so I just asked her, I said, do do you understand the application? She's like, no, I can't read. So I came around and I sat next to her, and she starts crying, and she says, your mom told me that there was somebody here that was going to be able to help me.
A patient came in. This was during clinic hours. I was here doing my services, non-medical. Patient came in, and when he came in, you could really tell that he was carrying the weight of a lot. He sat down, and I really felt strongly that I'm supposed to say something to this guy. I'm supposed to just interact with this guy in some way. I just feel like I'm being prompted. So I just reached out and asked him if there was anything I could pray for him. And he really opened up. He broke down. He opened up. We prayed together. We talked. And after he left, that was the first time that one of these impact stories really felt personal to me. Like I actually was able to feel the impact of something that Catalasso provided.
If you have a mental illness or emotional problem, it's hard to get you to comply with your medical regimen. It's hard for somebody that doesn't feel well to take care of, to check their blood sugar in the morning or check their blood pressure, or actually comply with coming for their visit.
When I think about counseling someone, I think of 4 things. How are they doing physically? How are they doing emotionally? How are they doing spiritually? And how are they doing mentally?
I like to tell them we do it in church for a service because it makes me feel so good, because this is all, I tell them this is all donation based, so thank you to all the donors who make this possible.
Most of our funds come from individuals, churches, some grants, and businesses.
We're a clinic in the operational aspect, but we're providing so much more than just medical services.
I think the in the door thing that they're walking through the doors for is because they have some sort of a medical situation or a physical need. But I think every one of the volunteers here realizes the need to look deeper past the physical into the spiritual side of things and help somebody retain that healing on the inside.
When you get to go home and feel so proud of being able to help someone, or someone comes in here crying saying that they can't afford their insulin or can't afford strips and all that, and us being able to provide that for them, it's beautiful. And we only could provide that for them thanks to the donations that we get from churches, from regular donors, from people. Some of our patients even tell us, I don't have much to give, but I give from the heart because you guys are so great, because I love that you guys care for me. And that's so beautiful.
Well, that's it for this edition of the York Alliance Weekly. We only have a few more weeks that we'll be meeting in parks, so let's make the most of it and enjoy the weather while we have it. And then we'll be moving in towards the gym. So please, I continue to pray for each of you, and I hope that you would pray for this as well, that we continue to prefer the other and give up our freedoms so that we can continue to meet together. Have a great week, and I can't wait to see you on Sunday.